Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those that don't know me, my name is Jasmine, and for those that do, welcome back. So I am going to be doing a foundation review video. I love doing these types of videos. I have an entire playlist if you want to check it out. But I recently got a bag full of samples from Sephora and I was like, let's do a series testing these different foundations. So the foundation I'm going to test today is from Saie. So the official title of this foundation is the Glowy SuperSkin Lightweight Hydrobounce Serum Foundation. So just like the MAC one I recently tried, this is a serum foundation. So it's available at Sephora for $57, and you get the typical 30 mils for this price. In terms of shade range, it's not too bad actually. So there is looks like about 36 different shades, so that's not too bad. So just to give you a little bit of a description on this foundation, according to Sephora, it's a lightweight serum foundation with medium buildable coverage that brightens and leaves a luminous finish. It blends easily for hydrated and seamless second skin appearance. Sounds very familiar to that MAC foundation. So the coverage, like they said, is medium, and it is a radiant finish, and it is buildable as well. So some of the really exciting ingredients is the Hydrobounce complex. So it has a bunch of fancy things that hydrate, moisturize, and brighten and plump. Sugar-derived squalene, so that helps to moisturize, and polyglutamic acid, which delivers immediate and long-term plumping benefits to the skin. It is vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free. And yeah, I've actually never tried anything from Saie, believe it or not. So I'm really excited to try out this foundation. I know it's not going to be probably a perfect match, but I think I'm going to try right now the medium tan in 20. When I did go on the Sephora shade match, it was saying 18, but that wasn't even correct anyway when I looked at my recommendation from here and when I got properly tested from MAC. Before we begin, just to give you some background on my skin, so I am 34 years old, so I do have, some aging concerns. I have pretty much normal skin, little bit oily. I find like in my T-zone, I can get oily, and right here, I just have like really radiant skin. So you can see right now, like I look a little bit shiny, but I don't know, like I just feel like I could use nothing, and I have really like glowy skin, which isn't the worst problem to have. I have a few fine lines here, a few little breakouts here, but all in all, like my skin isn't too bad. In terms of what I've prepped myself with, I have put a primer on. So yes, I am a primer girly. So I'm using the Indeed Labs Nano Blur. This is so good. It will make your skin look flawless, and it definitely helps to last all day. So I'm really excited to try this. So I'm going to put this on my face, and then I will probably loop in during the day to show you how it wears. So you don't get too much in this sample, so I might have to mix a little bit, but you can see it looks very oily so far. So let's try this. So I'm going to use a brush. It's definitely a little bit darker, but it's gliding onto my skin pretty good. Just going to turn my ring light down. It looks very radiant so far. But I think it looks pretty natural. Oh wow, I literally forgot a patch here, so that wouldn't look great. But I'm going to probably press this in with the sponge, and then I'll be back to show you how it looks on one half of my face. Okay, so here it is on one side of my face. It definitely has like a natural radiant glow. It blended into the skin very nicely. I think actually I do prefer a sponge. So I'm going to use my Real Technique sponge, which is like one of my favorites. to really press the product in. I find with these lighter foundations, a brush doesn't work the best, but so far I like it. So let's do side number 2. I know I'm just doing this very quickly, but I don't want to make you wait. I will clean it up after, but let's see. Okay, so it is fully on my face. It definitely feels nice. Definitely a light coverage. In terms of coverage, I think it is true to say that it is medium. It is a medium kind of lighter coverage though. I do like it so far, but I'm gonna have to put more makeup on to really kind of get the look, but so far I like it, but I don't think I like it as much as the MAC foundation, but let's put the rest of my makeup on and I will see kind of how I feel, if it grows or not. Okay, so here is with all my makeup on. It definitely is very radiant, so I'm a little surprised, but color match, it is a little bit darker than my chest, but that's okay, and I think it looks pretty. Got my fake lashes on. I'm mostly using cream products, so I think it works well with cream products. It is 11:44, so I will check in at a later date to see how it wears. It is a lot, so I don't know. With my oily kind of normal skin, it might not be great, but we will see. Okay, I am back with a check-in. So it is now 5:30 and I have been wearing this now, how many hours is that? Like 4.5 hours? So I think it still looks good. I've noticed like I'm kind of cracking there. I don't know if that's a foundation issue or the concealer issue. You can see kind of my fine lines. I did notice like it didn't do, like I didn't even know I had a pimple here. But you know, it shows a pimple and then I have kind of like a dark spot here, and it actually was the most noticeable today I've noticed on a foundation. In terms of oxidizing, it hasn't really oxidized that much. A little bit of shine coming through, but not in a bad way. So far it is okay. I'll be back with a final check-in. And just for today, like I've had to blow my nose. So actually I'm still impressed by the nose coverage because it is runny nose season for me again. I have like the worst allergies, or just being cold makes my nose run, and it's very damp and gross today. If I had my way, I probably would have laid in bed and did nothing all day, but we got a foundation review, but I will be back with the final check-in. Okay, it is the final check-in, so it's 8 o'clock at night. I've been wearing this foundation for 8 hours, so basically if I was working today, a work day. So let's take a look to see if this passed the test and my final thoughts on it. So I'm just gonna go up close and personal so you can see definitely a little bit of oil coming through in this area, which is typical with most foundations I try, in all honesty. I did not blot, I did not add any powder. I'm really happy about how this lasted on my nose. I even had to blow my nose today. Like I had said earlier, it is that type of season. This side actually looks a little bit more like sloppier than this side. It's separated a tiny bit, but I think it looks good. Like I think if I was to wear this foundation all day, I would definitely be impressed, like I am right now. So I think a little bit of fine lines are peeking through, but for the most part, I really like this foundation. I'm so glad I finally tried Saie. Their products look so nice, and I am very impressed with this serum foundation. It's also, too, one of the more affordable foundations I feel like now on the block. I find a lot of foundations at Sephora, like the higher end, well, not even high end, but a lot of the foundations are like starting at $60 now, which is so expensive, but I really like how this looks. So I will have all the products I mentioned today linked down below. Saie also has random sales as well. I'm definitely going to be thinking about putting this in my cart. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure to like and of course share with your friends. I'd like to know if you tried this foundation too, so comment that down below. Also, if you haven't subscribed, What are you waiting for? Hit that button down below. Also, make sure to check my other social channels as well. Thank you so much for all your love and support, and I hope you have a great day.